What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason the Gamer.
I'm Nick the Researcher.
But you can call us the Nerds. And today we're going to talk about, no spoilers, the Arkham Knight video game.
Now it's one of my personal favorite games.
The copy we have is for the PlayStation 4, so next gen. We're hip. We know what's going on.
We're already ahead of everybody.
But again, this is no spoilers, so we're not going to talk about... I know some people who actually have played the game, or who really didn't understand a lot of the stuff in it, because a lot of the game is straightforward, but there are parts of the story that
are confusing or
a little
something
confusing
like
to people. And I know some people who've reached the ending probably want an explanation for a lot of the weird shit in this game.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a non-spoiler kind of thing for the people who haven't finished it or haven't played it yet but really want to. So, you know, don't expect to see the identity of Arkham Knight. We're not going to touch it.
Or the ending.
We're not going to touch any of that. We're just going to go through parts we weren't really thrilled about, parts we were amazed by, just overall the general consensus without telling you much of anything about the game. So, to start off, I want to talk about the driving mechanic in this game. The way they have you driving the Batmobile is a great part of the game. When I first started playing, I just enjoyed running things over with that thing.
Who doesn't? Because it's a tank.
When they touch the car, the characters get electrocuted.
Yep.
That was the most fun I've ever had.
I found out if you go away from the car and somebody goes near it, you can tap L3 and it'll shock them even if you're not there.
That's awesome.
It will send them flying.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love, and you can like eject yourself out of the car and fly
into a glide.
Yep, it's fun using the car, but actually driving it, I felt it was a bit slippery.
I enjoyed it because it was simple. It wasn't, you know, all right, well, you have to hit 3 buttons to make the car go. It was, all right,
yeah, it was
R2 is to go.
Just to go, and then you can just back
L2
up.
is to turn it into a tank.
Yeah.
You know, as simple as that.
But at the same time, there's parts of it where like you're in a rush to hit buttons and you accidentally eject yourself from the truck. It's just double tap a button and you go flying instantly.
Although it is a little, if you're not as big a gamer or anything, it is a little hard to get used to it.
Yeah.
If you can actually get it pretty quickly though, it'll be flawless to you. Because I was able to go from car to tank into shooting things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In like no time flat.
Another thing about this game that I want to talk about was the side missions.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed some of the story for the side missions. I'm not going to go into it because obviously that also has specific endings and stuff that you can get to.
Yes.
So I'm not going to spoil that, but I did enjoy a lot of the side missions, like Azrael's side missions. I loved Azrael's side missions because it got a little weird at parts. I was like, why? This doesn't really make sense. This is.
But then once it ends,
the reason
it kind of
for
fits
starting.
everything.
The reason for starting. Is it a spoiler if we even talk about like this beginning of the Azrael side mission?
I'm not entirely sure.
I feel like that doesn't spoil anything because anyone can get. We're not spoiling the ending. I feel like I just wanted to talk. I wanted to touch on the beginning of it.
Hold on.
Okay, so you know what?
We're just gonna black this part out.
Yeah, okay, so...
Alright, we're back, so...
That was a little collaboration to make sure this isn't spoiling anything. What I wanted to touch on was the Azrael side mission, the whole reason you're doing them, the prophecy saying Batman's gonna die and whatever. That was not good to me.
The prophecy is that from like the ashes of Arkham City, Gotham will fall, and Batman will fall himself.
Yeah, but the thing was...
he doesn't like when you play as Azrael, you
literally
fight as Batman.
Yeah, you don't get a whole new set of weapons. It's not like playing
what you do
as
Robin,
yeah, exactly.
or Catwoman, or somebody
When you play as them, you have a whole new moveset, a whole new item list. Azrael is basically just another skin for Batman when you're playing as him.
How it is Batman needs somebody. Batman is actually training Azrael to fight, and he wants somebody to fight just like him. Azrael was watching. If you read some of the stories in the actual game, and they will tell you Azrael was watching Batman and learning how to fight. Alfred will even tell you that his fighting style is almost exact as to Batman. And so that was the point of why Batman took an interest.
Yeah.
Because if you can fight just like Batman, then you can pretty much take care of Gotham.
But my thing was, Azrael shows up, basically, long story short, Azrael shows up and says, Batman, you're gonna die, I want to take over once you die, and Batman's just like, okay, sure,
he goes,
why not?
You know what, let's see your training. And so that's when you do the side mission.
My thing would be if like, Nick came up to me and was like, Jason, you're gonna die, I want to take over and be the nerd once you're dead and have this show, I'd be like, fuck you! Go away!
Hell no!
Although you're telling me I'm gonna die, I don't want to associate with you!
Although, did you finish the side mission?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then you'll know. This isn't really a big spoiler. Some of them will actually have this. There is 2 potential endings.
Yeah, I know that. I wouldn't go into the possible endings.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about the possible endings. We're just saying that there's 2 endings.
There's 2, and I know one of them. The ending itself makes sense of some of it, but my thing is Batman's reaction is so okay with it. Like, why not? I'll train. Sure, let's go for it.
Well, because he has to consider, you know.
But like that's my brother tried to explain. I was like, I'm not really a fan of that whole thing of him trying to train with Batman. Batman's just so okay with it. My brother was like, well, think about it. You know, he needs someone to fight, you know, crime while he's gone. I was like, that's what the Robins are for.
Well,
one of them is dead, but still.
What it was a nod to the comics, to the story arc Nightfall.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows the Nightfall story arc, Bane breaks Batman's back. Literally on his knee and everything. Batman chooses, instead of Nightwing or Robin to be Batman for the time, he chooses a character named Azrael. Not the same one in,
He's different
in the Arkham
from
Knight.
the same order, though.
Yeah, same order pretty much.
What will break first?
Different
your
person.
or your body?
Right? Your body. Sound like a German Bill Clinton to me. I'm just saying, that movie.
Yeah.
But what happens is Azrael becomes Batman because Batman didn't want Nightwing or Robin to have the burden of being Batman. You know, Batman, you gotta be dark, you have to be, like, gritty, you can't really do much of what Robin...
Which was the Robin at the time? Which Robin was it at the time?
I believe it was Tim Drake.
Okay,
Tim Drake was Robin after Jason Todd had died, and then Nightwing had already been established for some time.
Another thing that we need to talk about is the time plays. Like, when does this take place? The game.
It takes place
after Jason Todd is captured.
Well, that already Arkham City was already after that.
Arkham City happened, but this is before. No, Tim Drake was just becoming Robin in this game. Like,
no, Tim Drake was already in Arkham City. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Tim Drake. How it goes is, I believe Jason Todd was killed sometime before Arkham Asylum happened.
Really?
Because Arkham Asylum happened a year... Well, Arkham City happened a year and I believe 6 months after Asylum.
Yeah.
This is... I believe...
And this, like...
9 months after City.
Yeah.
So, pretty much 2 years almost.
Alright.
2 whole years since Asylum. So I believe that Jason Todd died prior to... Asylum. And at that time, and just as Asylum was happening, Tim Drake was being trained as Robin.
Oh, that's right, because he was in, I remember now,
he was in Arkham City, and he's also a playable character. He's a playable character in this one as well. Not as playable, that was one problem I had, because it says you get to play as Red Hood and Harley Quinn, which I enjoyed both of those. You know, I pre-ordered them, and I got both of the story arcs. I honestly thought it would be a bit more like City, where you get the characters and you can do the Predator missions or the combat missions.
Yeah.
Where you fight as the person or you run around the room taking down different thugs. Wasn't the case. You got a Predator mission, and then you got a combat mission, and then you got like another Predator mission, and then like one more combat mission, and then that was it. It wasn't like, you know, you get to pick and choose which missions you did. It was, you start it, and then you finish the little story that was behind it, and then that was it. But the characters themselves were good. Red Hood, to me, played like a mix of both Nightwing and Robin, because he had a lot of the same movesets, I noticed.
Well, I mean, if I'm just saying, like, Jason Todd and, I mean, they're all Robin original,
yeah,
so I would imagine they fight similar.
But he also had different traits, which I did enjoy, because he was the only one next to Harley Quinn who actually did kill. He would shoot people, or he would snap their necks and everything, which was different. It was, to me, it was different, and so therefore it was fun. You know, it was
One thing, I know we're going through all the complaints we had. I mean, this game was good. Don't get us wrong, but we're going through the complaints first.
There was nothing enough to make it like crash or anything.
Yeah,
it's just small little nitpicks here and here.
There's actually 3 things I wanted to say. Number 1, in a driving state, like it wasn't a driving specific stage, but I mean you get in the Batmobile, you start driving, the road glitched out on us.
Really?
Me and my brother were sitting around the PlayStation 4, and he was driving the Batmobile on the street. He fell straight through.
Wow.
And just fell straight down, and moving the camera up, you could see the city just going higher and higher. And at one point, it was like you're leaving the mission. You gotta get back, and the Batmobile's under attack. You gotta get away, whatever. It just kept flashing through all the warnings.
Wow.
But you just kept falling, and eventually it stopped, and you could drive around. And we tried to get back up, but we were so far down we couldn't get anywhere near the actual city. So, fine, restart the mission. Went back the same spot. We went straight down again.
That's crazy.
So eventually we restarted, and my brother started to drive over the street again, and I saw the front of the car was dipping down because it was going through the glitch part. I said, back up. He does, and the street, you can tell, it was just plain grayish color for the street. The second he backed out of it and waited, it went straight to all the decals of the street, like rain kind of, the shine of the street lights. That when the decal came back, I said, okay, now drive over, and he did, and it worked. But I mean, it glitched out a little bit on us, and that's...
I haven't had a glitch at all when I've played the game. The only glitch I have had was actually in a different game.
And
that,
which one?
Assassin's Creed Unity. And that was when I was playing multiplayer online.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 doesn't have a lot of glitches in their stuff. They got their shit together.
Yeah, they do. Looking at you, Xbox. So, another thing, so that was thing one you had.
That was thing 1. Thing 2. Batman's a dick to Tim Drake. I mean, that's like a given, but he leaves him locked up for the remainder of the game.
He kind of did, yeah.
That's not really spoiling anything.
That's a small spoiler, but it's nothing
That's
major.
not really a spoiler, because I mean, that's like something anyone
But
comes
he
across.
was,
Not
well, he was a bigger dick in City. You know, Tim's like, hey, you need my help. And Batman's like, hell no. Go do your own thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Tim's like,
but this
you need help in this one, you know?
Yeah, and Batman just locks him in a room.
Maybe. Well, that would... Can we actually talk about this part? What happens in the very beginning to make him lock Tim in the room?
He didn't want to lose...
Well, he was afraid of Tim going out on his own and fighting Scarecrow, because Scarecrow is now different than the Asylum version.
Yeah.
He never showed up in City at all. But
wasn't there a reference to him?
There was a little riddle you could solve.
Yeah.
But other than that, and they also had the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you found on Gotham Harbor in Arkham City, you could unlock it, go down, and it would be like a bunch of bugs and whatnot, and you would see one person, like an inmate, and all of a sudden he would freak out, and it was the craziest thing ever. But yeah, it was a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
From guys at Rocksteady.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
they also said they're not doing another one.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe them.
I don't know.
This makes them way too much money, and
yeah, like there's no way they're like, no, we're stepping away from this.
My brother was like, well, you know, they can't force Rocksteady to make any more games. I was like, but they're making so much goddamn money.
But
you're not. I was like, you're not.
And I do know that they are gonna over the next 6 months is what they said, that they are gonna release new add-ons one every month, because they already said that you can play as Batgirl.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, that's cool, you know.
I want to talk so much about parts of the story, but that's
but it spoils it, you know.
So play the game. There's a lot of exciting parts.
It was an exciting game, and it was just all around amazing. No load screens, which is interesting. The only time I would say there was maybe a small load screen was a side mission.
I didn't experience any load screens at all.
I believe that there was maybe one load screen, and that was during there's a side mission with a character named Hush, the Tommy Elliott. Tommy Elliott is a friend of Batman's, a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne's, but secretly he hated Bruce Wayne, and he was rich, but he wanted his parents' inheritance. So he cut the brake lines on his parents' car.
Yeah.
Problem is, though, with Thomas Wayne, Bruce's father, being a surgeon, he was able to save Tommy's mother. And Tommy hated the Waynes for that. And so, you know, Tommy's mother kind of made his life hell for, you know, because she was in a wheelchair and getting older and whatnot. So Tommy himself became a surgeon. Well, in Arkham City, you actually see him in a, what was the name of the side mission in Arkham City?
I don't remember the name of it, but I remember what the mission was.
What it was is somebody was cutting the faces off of people and leaving them to die, and then you catch up with the killer, find out his name is Tommy Elliott, and he looks just like Bruce Wayne.
Because he was using the faces to stitch together
Bruce Wayne's face.
And he was working on like mannerisms and everything. Yep. He looked exact.
Voice and everything. Even voiced by Kevin Conroy himself.
Yep.
But the problem was, he looked just like Bruce Wayne, trying to destroy the Wayne family from inside.
And then he left and was never seen again for the rest of the game.
Until
this game.
Arkham Knight.
Not going to tell you how that ends up, but it's still a fun little nod.
It is, you know. But
I enjoyed that.
There was a point where you're in the elevator to go to that side mission. You're in the elevator, and all of a sudden, it goes up and the doors close.
Yep.
And then it opens back up again, and it's Bruce Wayne. And you're wondering, how did Bruce? But the doors closed, and it was dark for all of like.
Oh, so that you would consider
seconds.
like a load
it
screen.
would like close, and it was dark. And then you hear a ding, and it opens up, and there's Bruce Wayne.
I guess you can see how that's a load screen.
You can consider it a small load screen. There was nothing like, you know, it's like, loading, you know, or anything like that.
That is something I enjoyed in this game. Though.
I did,
no
where you opened up a door and you just keep going.
Yeah,
you know,
no stopping to load like Assassin's Creed.
Yep,
no,
or anything. Or
no
the previous
doing like
games.
I forgot who did. Was it Red Dead Redemption, or that you would open it like the load screen would be like you walking or something out the door? Who was it that did that?
That was Arkham Asylum as well. That was
yeah.
Was Asylum in City, and I believe that was also Red Dead Redemption.
I forgot. It was you would open the door, and as you're walking through, that's the load screen.
Yeah, but no load screens was
that was heaven on this one.
It was, yeah, because like you could just play it continuously, and it was nonstop, really.
But my third thing I wanted to talk about was the amount of time this game takes place in.
One night.
All
these games take place in one night.
This game can take maybe 10 hours to go through.
Oh, it took me forever just to go through. Like from the time I got home, which was about 12:45, I went to the midnight release of that.
Yep.
12:45 I got home at like 12:15. I actually didn't start playing it until about 12:45. Played all night. I'll be honest, I played all night. And I had work in the morning too. I didn't sleep at all. Nothing of that sort. What happened was
played
all night. 7 o'clock, I pause it. Like the first time I paused the game at all. And I go get ready for work, come back, and it's like 7:30, 7:45, and I start playing it again. Turn the game off at actually about. I stopped playing the story at about 8:15 to try out the Red Hood missions. And at 8:29, 8:30, I turn off the PlayStation and go to work.
And you weren't even done.
I wasn't even fully done with the story. I didn't even put a dent in it.
This whole story can take you maybe 2 days, I would say, worth of hours to go through.
Yeah, a good 2 days, unless you're playing it non-stop.
And you're really fast at it.
And you're really
then it would take 8 days.
If you skip over all the side missions...
And just go through the story itself, it would say a day?
Maybe an entire day, I would say.
Point is, a lot longer than one fucking night!
Right?
God, I hated that so much. I was like, they went through, and we already mentioned that Tim Drake is locked up. I was playing, and it's like, bam, Tim Drake's locked up. Story. And then they're like, oh, you just left Tim Drake there. I was like, how long has he been there? A few fucking days? And they're like, oh, no, it's only been a few hours. Bullshit!
It's not even been a few hours. It's only been like a single hour. You know?
Yeah, I was like, bullshit. Like, there's no way you go through 5 side missions in 1 hour.
Everything is fast-paced. You know, if you play the story, it's all fast-paced. You have to.
Some of it felt a little forced to me.
Certain things, but nothing was really too forced, you know.
Of course, it was the right amount of forced.
Yeah, well, You know, way to go there, Bill Cosby. No, I would say, like, you know, you get the games where, like, it pushes you towards it, and then you get the mission that goes away from the story, you know, but then it goes back on track. There are definitely games where it's like, what the hell is the main story again? This game was like, alright, main track, story, you know, it's like, there's the side, and then back on track.
Yeah.
Because whatever you would do would go back to the main story. You know, he would be like, I need to get Joker, I need to get Scarecrow, I need to get Arkham Knight. So it was very rare.
Scarecrow was a good villain in this.
He was definitely, I definitely liked the voice actor better than the first one. John Noble was definitely a more sinister looking Joker, sinister playing Joker.
Yep.
Kevin Conroy was always an amazing Batman, as always. The guy who played Commissioner Gordon was in Breaking Bad. He played Mike.
Yeah, yep.
And he did a really good Commissioner Gordon.
He did.
I really
like, he was, I think, probably the best voice actor in that.
Yes.
I mean, Batman's voice was good, Scarecrow's was good, Tim Drake's was good, but I actually enjoyed Commissioner Gordon's voice.
Yes.
It was more than just you feel like a video game character is having dialogue. It was more like an actual person was talking.
Yeah, you know,
it felt like that one felt like an actual person.
Yeah, you know, it's not like, oh yeah, do this. You know, it's like go do that. You know, it's an actual person.
I like you could feel the emotion coming from what he was saying.
Yeah.
And that one, to me, was really good.
That was really good.
So props to him.
Yeah, very, very good. That was amazing. But yeah, they got a lot of stars in this game and everything. Yeah. One thing I must say I really enjoyed was Nightwing got a voice actor. Because in Arkham City he didn't say anything. He would say the occasional, yeah, pretty much. You know, he would say the occasional grunt if he got hurt or something. You know, or Link, you know, yeah. But no, he was more Nightwing in this one than he was in the last one. You know, he actually talked when he was fighting. You know, he goes, "Oh, this is the most fun I've had while kicking ass." You know, and his side mission was a lot of fun. I must say, I did enjoy the dual play, where you could switch seamlessly through characters.
That was
like do the team takedowns and things like that.
Oh, that was
amazing.
Good. That's good.
It was.
But yeah, so. Definitely. You got anything else you want to say about the game?
I would definitely say that it was an amazing game. Definitely fantastic.
I prefer this more than the other Arkham games.
Yes. Well, of course. You know, you play Asylum, and then you play City. You play City, and you're like, wow.
This is better than Asylum.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going back to Asylum. And then you play
Arkham Knight.
And you're like, there's no way in hell I'm going back to City. You know?
Yeah.
But it was all in all an amazing game. It was great. I seriously hope they make another one, because if they don't, then that's just disappointing, you know. They ended on a strong note with this one.
They did. So they ended here. This is a really strong game to go out.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong game. I'm seriously hoping
Sega, it's like Sega Saturn was Sega Saturn was a really strong system to go out on before they started sucking horribly with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Seriously. But yeah, this is a very strong way to end the franchise. It was very good. I do hope, the nerd in me and the gamer in me seriously hopes that they make another one, because there was just so much stuff.
There was so much going on in this game. It was well put together. Some of it felt, for me, a little forced, but I mean, overall, it was a great game.
You're going to get that with any game.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, it was a great game.
It was. It was a fantastic game. Pick it up if you get the chance, because...
Finish it if you get the chance.
Yeah, it's going to be long. Also, not really a spoiler, there are 2 endings to the main story. You get the regular ending when you beat the game, but you have to beat 6 of the side missions to get the regular ending. And then you have to beat the other 6 to get the full, complete ending.
Yeah.
And then that's the game. And then you go to New Game Plus.
Did you get both endings?
No, not yet. Did you?
Yes.
You finished every single Riddler challenge.
I finished every. I had too much time on my hands.
Not me, man. I got work and everything.
Well, I do too. But the reason we were able to get it done is because it's just all him playing,
Oh,
and then he has to go
your
to work.
brother.
Me and my brother,
You and your brother.
we would be playing, and I'm like, man, I'm tired. Take the controller, and I would take a nap or go eat or something.
I had to do it solo, and then
he's
were like, "Oh, here, I'll take it. Oh, here, I'll take it." You
He's
know?
playing, and I come back, and he's like, dude, he's like, man, I gotta get some sleep. I gotta work in the morning. And I'll be like, okay.
Jason's
so,
like, "Okay, give me here."
I'm like,
you
give
know?
me the controller. What happened? He's like, well, this is what happened this is what happened while you were gone, and I would take over from there, and he would go get ready for work the next morning. We just kept swapping back and forth, so we got everything done pretty fast.
I had to do everything by myself. I'm literally
like he was bad at the driving stages, so he would give me the controller to do drive. I was bad at some of the fighting parts, so I would give him the controller. We just kept swapping back and forth, man. We were like, we were efficient too by the end of it. Like at first it was like, oh, you're good, do this, do this. At one point we were just doing like play. I realized some parts coming up I'm not good at. I just tossed the controller over. He grabbed it, and kept going.
Keep going.
It was
we were flawless.
For me,
it was like I was flawless on everything because it was just me.
And
so I had to do
like,
everything
pause,
by myself.
gotta go. Pause, I got bad, gotta go.
Right.
Pause. I'm like, oh, you're leaving? I got this.
Not me, man. Although I must say, I finished the main story. I got it done Thursday morning.
Really?
Yep, I was able to because I played it all Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday, let's see. Wednesday I had work, so I started playing it again 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then I would say Thursday afternoon I couldn't play it because I was out, but Thursday morning I definitely finished the story. And then all day I was like, that was an amazing game. It's like, I need more of it, you know. So literally the only thing I have though is the Riddler challenges, and I'm literally I only have like 10% left on that, and I'm good. But all in all, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Pick it up if you got a PS4, Xbox One. No, don't even try.
If you have a PlayStation 4, definitely pick it up. If you have an Xbox One, pick up a PlayStation 4.
Right? Yeah. Pick up a PlayStation 4. You know,
then
get the game. You know, be smart about it. You know,
smart shopper, guys. Be smart shopper.
All right, but that's
about it. All right, to wrap things up, I'm the nerd.
I'm the friend.
And we'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Later, guys.